Hello everybody and a very good afternoon. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. Thank you for joining us for your Friday. Yes, the weekend is almost here. And we're very excited about that. But for your Friday, we have got two more fabulous shows to come. A little bit later on this evening, we are going to be opening up the Craft Vault. We've been given the keys. We'll be opening up wide and we'll be doing a Christmas special for you a little bit later on. If you want to see what's on that show, by the way, check the website. All the deals should be there for you. We've got some absolute crackers of deals coming for you a little bit later on. So check that out. And of course, over the course of the next 2 hours, we have got a masterclass. Well, actually, it's kind of like two masterclasses really, where we're going to be featuring two different products. So this is a brilliant opportunity for you to jump in and ask your questions. If you've not got the kits that we're showing you, a great opportunity to grab them and then pick up all of the hints and tips along the way. So when you do get them, you'll have all of the knowledge. But again, if you've already got them and you're a little bit stuck, or if you want some more ideas with them, stay tuned. Also on that front, if you do want to send in any pictures of anything you've made with the projects we're going to be featuring over the course of the next 2 hours, feel free to send them in. We're looking at the intricate Christmas sentiment dies and also your creator card scene edgeables. Plus, we've got loads of other goodies on the show for you as well. Before we get started, I'll say a few hellos in just a few moments' time. We've got Superstar Susie on the socials. We have got Dean and Charlotte steering the Good Ship Craft this afternoon. But I'm delighted to say that I have been waiting for this day for weeks. I've been pining for her. As you guys will know, I was talking about her last night. I've missed her so much, but she's finally back. She's like a Greek goddess over the other side of the studio, like one of the, you know, the sirens that lured the sailors into the rocks. She's like that. She's like a mermaid, the mermaid of craft, the Barnsley bombshell. She's back, more beautiful than ever. It is the one and only Debby Robinson.
Hey, the bronzed blonde Barnsley
so
bombshell,
brown.
Shall we say?
Yeah.
I'm looking all nice and brown. Now I feel like, because my family have been saying, Ben, since I've got back,
what?
You're very red, you're not brown.
No, you're brown.
And I'm like,
not red.
I thought I looked quite brown.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
I'll make you feel better about yourself.
Let's do a little comparison.
I'll stand next to you.
But you're quite brown.
I'm not.
Actually.
Oh, well. They're hairy though. That's not brown. That's just hair. You're very brown.
Thank you very much. It's made the blonde bombshell. The blonde bombshell more blonde is what it's done. But yes, it's good to be back.
You're looking marvellous. I love that dress as well. It shows off the tan.
Well, you see, method behind the madness.
Yeah.
Get a dress that shows the tan off. That's what you need to do. But it is lovely to be back, and it's lovely to be back this side. If you caught the wake up show this morning, I was on the other side, Ben. I was doing what you're doing. I was Mrs. Moseby in the presenting world. Get there. I'm back in my comfy. I'm back in my comfy slipper zone, is what I'm going to call it. Back here at the Craft Expert side, and I can't wait to get started because we've got some really fabulous dyes. I've got quite a few demos lined up for you as well because I had a few days at home, so I've been a little bit busy since I got back. But yeah, I can't wait to get started, Ben, and it is lovely to be back working with you.
Aww, do you know what? I feel like you're feeling the love and you're loving the fact that you got your first day back with me. I'm putting words in your mouth. It's the end of my week and I've got the best end to the week that I could possibly ask for.
Smooth talk, are you?
You know what, if we finished at 5 o'clock, it would be even better. But you know, can't have it all, can you? Can't have it all. Let's say hello to a few people. We've got Sue L in. Hello, everyone from sunny Torquay. Yes, Torbados, my neck of the woods. Love Torquay. Sue, lovely to have you with us. Lois is in from Ohio. Gaz says, good afternoon, Debbie, Ben, our stunning CTV crew, social media superstar, and all my crafty friends. Michelle Harris is in, saying morning all, saying hello from sunny Lutz, Florida, on vacation. Nice. Lutz, Florida. I've never heard of that. Florida just sounds nice though, doesn't it? Florida. I bet it's warm there. Donna says, good morning everyone from Florida. Kathy Leah says, hello everyone from beautiful central Illinois. Sarah Brown says, hello again my crafty friends. It's now midnight and I'm watching from the fuchsia. The fuchsia. Did there. Sending you all hugs from Melbourne, Australia. And Christine Mahoney says, well, hello there. Is that Ben? It is. I'm loving this running gag of because I'm getting like pulled from pillar to post at the minute, doing a lot of stuff with Sarah on QVCs and HSNs and hobby makers and whatnot. So there's this running gag that I'm never here. I'm always here for you guys. I'm always here, but it's lovely to be back. I was going to say having a full day on Crafters TV, but I wasn't here for the first show, was I? Dean, I'm not a part-timer. Hi Ben, says Christine, and my sweet friend Debbie. Well, that's nice, isn't it?
Oh,
sweet friend.
That's lovely.
Thank you for all the comments. Keep them coming in. Let us know if you're watching. If you've never said hello, say hello for the first time. And more than anything, you guys kind of make the masterclasses because we need to have the comments. We need to have the interaction. We need to have the questions because that's what we're here for, to help you get the very best out of the products, whether you've already got them or whether you're thinking of buying them. Ask the questions so that when you get these home, you can go, oh yeah, I remember how to use these. Oh yeah, I've got a few ideas because I saw Debbie do the demonstrations. That's what we want. As much as we want to go, boom, shakala, have these amazing prices, we also want to make sure when you get these home, you don't go, oh, I can't remember how to use these and put them away and never use them. So ask the questions that you need to ask. The first item we're going to show you is the intricate Christmas sentiment dies. 5-piece collection. You're getting 10 dies in total, and these are brilliant, right? At the price you should have paid, £50 or $65, amazing. Look at the saving. Club Inspire members, Platinum members, you are down under £19, 24 bucks on the nose. And what I love about these is that you get your decoration and you get your sentiment all in one go with these. I think they're absolutely brilliant. If you want to be able to put your sentiment at the forefront of your project, these are the Christmas intricate dies to go for. You get 2 dies within each set. You've got your outer sort of matte and layer die, if you like. And then, of course, the die in the centre is your detailed, intricate die to give you all of the beautiful intricacies and details and your sentiment, of course, too. So lots of different styles here. You've got your Star of Wonder, Star of Light, every time. Nothing's changed, Debbie. Jason Donovan? What?
Dean?
No.
Dean. It's a traditional Christmas
It's a traditional
song.
Christmas hymn.
Yes.
Star of Wonder, Star of Light.
I can't remember the rest.
Something wonderful, beauty bright. Leading, still proceeding, guide us with your something light. It's We Three Kings of Orient are.
Yes. Yes.
Jason Donovan, apparently. Who knew he was writing songs all those years ago? Next up, we've got Arnie's favourite, Jingle All the Way. I love this one as well, actually. It's a really big, sizable sentiment and decorative element, of course, as well. That jingly bell, then you've got your Jingle All the Way in the centre of that. Next up is your snowman. Warm Christmas wishes. I mean, not too warm because he'd melt away. But again, I mean, I know these, like, the intricacies of the snowflakes you've got here, but you could snip into these if you want to. If you're doing them in white, of course, you can colour those in too. You've got little wreaths in there as well. From our home to yours. That's quite sweet, actually. And do you know what? I know it is a festive collection, but you could use that outside of Christmas as well.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
and that's quite nice.
Change the colours up.
Yeah. And then lastly, how clever is that? I mean, that is just super duper clever, isn't it? We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Die collection. With each and every one of those. Charlotte's just gone. You can tell Ben's not on QVC anymore. I've come back home. £18.40 or $24 for that collection. Debbie has got some finished projects over there, because as much as it's nice to see them on the boards, Debbie, it's also really, really nice to see them on some projects. You've got some lovely cards there.
Yeah, and they make very quick, simple, easy cards because of that sentiment that's right. It's like the sentiment intertwined or inside that gorgeous design, which I think is lovely and quite appropriate to each one of the sentiments as well.
Yeah.
And you can make quick, easy, simple cards. If you caught that wake-up call this morning, you would have seen Lily with the lovely design that she did. But again, it could be just a topper. You could add Christmas papers and a few other little Christmas embellishments, and it says exactly what you need. You don't need to add anything else because that sentiment is there. So no more is needed. That's what I absolutely love about them. Very striking.
Aww.
You can lift these up with some foam pads. You can create an extra little bit of depth and dimension, paper piece them or colour these sentiments out. They will stand out. You've got the two dice, so this enables you to create an aperture as well as that lovely filigree design that sits into there. So that's a lovely domed featured card there, which looks stunning. I absolutely love this one because from Our Home to Yours,
Yeah,
I
it's
think
really
is
cute.
a beautiful one. And this is a really clever one that one of our design team members has done, because she's just done a very simple door and put the wreath on the front. Stunning. Imagine making loads of those and selling those, Ben. I just think these are fabulous. And this was the one that our lovely Lily did this morning. It's simple, it's striking, it doesn't need anything else. It says exactly what you want it to say. And I think they're absolutely incredible for what you can do with them, because I have got some demonstrations lined up and I'm going to get myself started in a second, but that price is just out of this world. It really is. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely stunning of a price. Don't forget as well, we do have the code on the website for you, website 20. Now, standard T's and C's apply. I won't go through them all because I'll be here forever. But what I would say to you is if you're shopping today, if you're buying anything, stick the code in at checkout, website 20. And if you've got something that qualifies in your basket, it'll automatically take off that 20%. It's multi-use as well, and you can use it up until the 1st of October. So if you want to read the T's and C's, I mean, if you want to do that, you can. They're on the website. But website 20, that's the code. If you're checking out today, pop it in and that will bring down the price if whatever you're buying is applicable to the code. Does that make sense? Good stuff. Keep the comments coming through as well and the hellos. A few more before we get into it. Evelyn Keeper says hello again from a beautiful Colorado, everyone. Hey, Colorado. Hey, Evelyn. Anne says hello from Connecticut, where it's pouring rain. I don't know what it's doing out there today. I think it's sort of like a bit gloomy and grey and sort of warmish out there. Must be a bit coming back to earth, isn't it, from being in...
When I stepped off the plane, Ben, let me tell you, it was like, what the heck? Didn't order that when I got off the plane. It was dark, it was grey, it was grim, rainy, it was horrible. Being so used to lovely, beautiful, sunny skies.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely temperatures. Didn't have to, from morning till night. In fact, during the night, it was absolutely beautiful.
30 degrees, wasn't it, most of the time?
30, anywhere between 30 to 33, and sometimes felt like it was even hotter. I described to you earlier on what it felt like.
Yeah.
A little bit like the Total Recall film where they come out of the zone and they literally, everything, that kind of feeling, but absolutely beautiful. So yeah, we're a bit of a shocker coming back to the good old British weather, but I'm glad to be back. It is lovely to be back, and lovely to be back doing this.
Right. Well, listen, keep the comments coming through. Deborah's in Wisconsin. Hey, Lynn Mars says, hi, Debbie, Ben and crafty friends watching from a lovely sunny Chesterfield. Rosalind's in from Maryland. Deborah Spencer's in from Texas, saying the State Fair opens today. And Lillian says, hi, I'm here. Hello, Ben, Debbie, crew and everyone else. I'm crafting under duress right now as I'm super slow and need to get 2 cards ready. And it took about a year to decide how to make them. So I'm listening along. Well, we appreciate your company. And Debbie has got the first of, how many demos are you in this hour? 5?
I've got 3, 5. I'm relaxed, but I'm not that relaxed. You know when you recharge your batteries and you're ready and raring to go? I'm ready and ready to go, but 5, Ben?
No.
5? No. In a 2 hour maybe, but not in a, well, actually, I think I have got 5 actually. You're right. But only 3 of this.
Right.
Got some more lined up for you as well. Hey, you must have been counting up earlier. I know what you were doing when you were under here earlier. Let's get started though. I am going to use the From Our Home to Yours because I absolutely love this. And I'll show you, because you've got the 2 separate dies, there's different things you can do with them. Because that will cut like a solid mat if you wish to do so, but it also creates a little bit of a frame too. So I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. Because this one isn't one that cuts directly in, without the use of this one. It's an actually on its own cut out die, so it cuts out on its own as well. So I'll show you what I mean so you can get see how these work. I'm just going to pop this onto some, and I'm using Nina cardstock with this, Ben, because I am going to do a little bit of colouring onto it as well. Paper piecing though, like I said, you could do this with. Yeah. Lots of things that you're going to be able to do it with. I'm just going to add a little bit of colour though with some alcohol markers, hence why I'm using some Nina cardstock. Now there is some intricacy in this, so I would be popping this with the normal build-up of a thin metal die, which is the plastic shim, the magnetic shim, and the other die cutting plate on the top, and run that through the Gemini. And then I'll show you how, because it cuts out 2 of those dies as solid pieces, rather than it being a cut-in, cut-out, why you can do some extra little effects with it as well. So when you lift that off, and I'll take my tape off, let's just pull that towards you. There we go. The same with the other side. I'm just going to pull that towards myself. And then remove the die, remove the plates, and then literally you'll just take off that outside piece first. So this creates that outside piece with a frame that you can use separate to the main element. So right now that's just cut out this lovely thin part, and it'll make sense in a second when I show you how I'm going to put this together. Now I'm just going to find my release holes and then bring this one out as well. Now, what you're going to do is poke out the little extra intricate parts. If you do love paper piecing, obviously use your release sheets if you've got some, or you could place them back in just with some, you know, glues and things like that. Please excuse me, I've still got a little tickle left over despite that lovely sunshine. And I'm just going to poke out all these little pieces, Ben.
We've got loads of lovely comments coming through. Loads of hellos today. Feeling the love here. Polly Coe's in from Florida. Stephanie Theodos is in from Farmingdale, New Jersey. Mary's in. Mary Jenkins from Colorado. This week has been busy, but finally getting to see the show and happy to see you too. Well, we're happy to see you, Mary. Lindsay Travaskis is in from West Wales. Oh, I said that with a Welsh accent then.
From West Wales, is it?
West Wales.
West what?
West Wales.
West Wales.
Yeah, Wales.
West Wales.
West Wales.
I love how you said that.
What? Sarah Ibbetson's in from Arkansas. And Law Luff is in from Colchester. Law Luff. Diane's in from Alberta, Canada. Valerie Pacini's in from Arizona. Sapphire P's in from New York. Laurie's in from Idaho, getting ready for work. Laurie Goodlow's in from Wisconsin. Kirsty D's in from Thornaby. Julie Thomas is in from Warwickshire. And Vicky on YouTube says, your team has made me a Crafters Companion fan. Thank you. There you go.
I love that.
Yeah.
Now, Ben, can you see that frame? I'm going to keep for one moment, but what I'm just going to do is just leave that to one side, because this is the bit that I'm going to pick out now with some colours. I popped it onto a black piece just to show you that lovely design, but of course when this is coloured in I'll need to take it off there. Now I'm using various different pieces in terms of alcohol pens and just doing a spot of colouring, and I say colouring but I've just taken the chisel nip on that end, but of course just go in with the finer tip if you want to. I can tell these are ready for a re-ink. You always know with a set of studio pens which ones are the ones that get used the most, because the pen needs it needs a little bit of a re-inker in a second, but I'll just use some more colours just for now, just to show you how I'm going to do this. Because like I said, you can paper piece these if you want to, cut them out in a couple of colours, but I'm just going to go in with a spot of colour just to highlight these lovely features. This is that lovely bow on the top. And again, you can either do block colouring or you can do your shade and dimension with your tri-blends, if you've got your tri-blends, and just add that extra little feature in. So I'm going to pretend that there's like a little bit of a bow, double-sided bow there, and then just bring in a bit of the dark.
They're nice and easy to craft with these, aren't they? And again, I think
very easy,
great for beginners or people looking to make their first Christmas cards this year.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, you know, because the sentiment part of it, it says exactly what you want it to say, so there's not any really hard work. That sounds awful saying that, but there's not a great deal of work that you need to do with them. And that's what I love about them. I think they're absolutely fab. And I mean that because it's just all of that lovely sentiment, all wrapped into one, in that lovely intricate design as well, which I think just makes that stand out that little bit more.
It does. Did you down tools thoroughly on holiday, or did you take any crafting with you?
Completely, no crafting. Didn't take a single thing with me, Ben. Not one thing. I just took books, and I read 4 of my own books and one of my daughter's. So I went through 5 books in total.
You're writing books now as well?
Writing books, I wish.
Oh, you said you read 4 of your own books.
Oh, no, 4 from my own little library at home. No, I wish. Love a good book. One of my favourite authors at the moment is a lady called Lisa Jewell.
Oh, yeah.
Love her books, absolutely love them. And I took 3 of hers, so absolutely loved. And I love reading. It's very relaxing for me. I love reading.
Do you read a lot when you're at home, or just on? Because
I do, yeah. I try to read.
On holiday.
Yeah, I try to read when I'm at home. It's not always easy though, dependent on work. But when you're on holiday, and I literally wanted to watch the sunrise every morning, so I'd get up early, go and grab a sunbed, Not that I needed to because there were plenty there for everybody, but grab myself a sunbed for me and my daughter. She'd have a little snooze and I'd read. And then we'd meet for breakfast about 9 o'clock and just eat, repeat. That's what we did.
Did you have all-inclusive?
All-inclusive.
Oh, it's the best way to go, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm a terrible father when it comes to all-inclusive because normally, you know, when the kids want treats and stuff, want a chocolate bar or an ice cream, and all like, oh, I only have one, and you know, if you've had one for your lunch, can't have another one at tea time, go on an all-inclusive. They come up, can I have my 10th ice cream? Do what you want, have 20, have 30, eat as many as you can, I want to get my money's worth. Do you know what I mean? Can I have another glass of pop? Yeah. Have as many as you want. That's what it's all about though, isn't it?
Oh, it absolutely was. Yeah, definitely. That was what it all about. And we did that with, I think I've eaten my own body weight and I've drunk my own body weight because we've really enjoyed the cocktails, the food, the scenery. I was in the sea 3-4 times a day.
Oh, lovely.
Just beautiful.
Was the water warm?
The water was very warm. Yeah, there are lots of fishes as well. My daughter, we could only get her in once. God love her.
Oh, does she not like the...
She doesn't like it. She didn't like the fish. The minute she saw a fish, and one of the fish, they like give you a little bit of an electric shock when they bite you. It's like a teeny weeny little bit of an electric shock when they just go for a little nibble. Do you remember when you have your feet in the soaky bits?
Oh, I had to do that once for a radio promotion, and I didn't like it. There's fish that nibble the dead skin off your feet.
That's the one, yeah. A bit similar to that with the fish in the sea. That's exactly that.
Well, they were attacking you.
Oh, they didn't attack me.
Oh, but...
I was swimming. I just kept my legs moving. So she kept her legs there. She kept her legs still ready and right for having a little nibble. But no, I kept mine moving. Now, when you've got it in, Ben, that's what it's going to look like. And it really is. It's worth doing it. It takes a few minutes to complete that. And that looks really effective. Now, I did say I could pop that back in and that'll make that pop even more. However, I wanted it in a different colour. So I used a piece of double-sided gold from the luxury 12x12 gold pads. Do you know the glittering gold? And the regal rose that you can get hold of and the silver. Well, that's from the glittering gold one.
Okay.
And I literally just did exactly the same to create the frame. So I used both of those dies so that will then sit into there and create a little bit of an extra depth and dimension and make it look even more beautiful. If I just pop that on there for a second, looks absolutely fabulous. So I'm just going to bring in my card base for this now, and I've used some of the...
Ooh,
well...
Is that the acetate?
The acetate is just fine. This is that beautiful luxury foiled acetate. Now, I've actually left on the back, and if I'm just going to see if I can grab hold of the end, but all of our luxury acetate, and I know we've got a weekday wonder at the moment with some acetate.
Slightly different to this, though.
Yeah, slightly different, but all of our sheets of our acetate has a film backing to protect it, to protect all of that acetate when it's in transportation. Now, I have got a piece of multi-purpose cardstock that measures 10 by 5, and I've scored it at 2 inches at the top, and I'm just going to drop that in the backdrop, and I'm going to have a solid piece going down there, and then I'm going to attach a little extra piece, so it's another 2 inch at the top, by that 5, and then just dummy mats and layers in between. So I'm just going to pop onto there some of our... I've been on order, I forgot what it's called. Thank you, tape pen.
Welcome.
Oh, my days. Oh, seriously.
Did they have any entertainment at the hotel?
They did.
What sort of stuff? Was it good, or...?
There was the karaoke there.
Did you get up?
She wouldn't let me.
Oh, what?
The daughter of mine, she was like, no, she's not into the entertainment side of things. She just wants to go and chill and relax and eat and drink. And I really wanted to get up and sing.
But she said no?
And she said, no, Mum, she went, I'm not going to disown you, I'm going to leave you if you do. And I'm like, come on, Tanya, you know I can sing, so why don't you let me just enjoy it, have a little bit of fun? Oh, do you know I've put my wrong bit on there? Oh, that was close. That was close.
Oh, you should have done it.
I know I wanted to, but she won't let me.
What were you going to sing?
Oh, my favourite, I'm Alive by Celine Dion. That's the first one I'd have got up and sung. And then I would have done a...
what does that go like?
ABBA medley.
ABBA's good.
Do you know the Thank ABBA for the Music medley?
Yeah,
have you heard
they
that
do a
one
bit
before?
of everything, don't they?
Oh, I love that. Love that one. That's the one. They're my 2 go-to karaoke songs. And I love Celine Dion full stop, so anything that woman sings, I attempt to sing. I'm not going to say I sound like Celine Dion, but I love a little bit of Celine Dion.
How does I'm Alive go? I don't think I know that one.
Oh, I nearly burst into song then.
Do it.
No, you're not allowed to, are you? Because of royalties and things like that. You can't.
Yeah.
I've got to be careful. Don't want to be getting into trouble. The boss is in today. But yeah, I do love singing that song. If anybody's heard me before, they'll know I absolutely, every single time I do a karaoke, that's the one that I always sing. So Mimikar-based Ben, that creates that lovely little bit of foiled acetate, and literally simply, all I'm going to do is, now I did say with that outer dye, if you use the outer dye on its own, it'll cut a solid piece out. So that's what's going to line all of this. I'm going to then pop that in. So I'm going to do it in stages. I'm going to start with this outer part first and pop that on. Do you have a go-to karaoke song, Ben?
Do you know what? I don't, as much as this sounds silly, because I don't really do a lot of... I have to...
Because you sing a lot, though, don't you?
Well, I did used to sing a lot with the shows and pantos and stuff, and, you know, when I was on the holiday park. So I wasn't always... Because I was sort of doing it for a living, I wasn't always then inclined to want to do karaoke. And I think if I want to do karaoke now, I have to be... How can I put this? I have to be having a good night, if you know what I mean.
Do you mean having a tipple or two?
A tipple or two.
A tipple or two?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, maybe we should have like a crafty karaoke night or something.
Oh, I'd love that.
You know?
I would love that, definitely. I'm up for that one. We need to put that forward as a little idea. Team bonding experience. Team karaoke.
What I don't like still is, and to this day I don't like it, like if I want to get up and sing, like I will, but I hate it when people will go, oh, well, you've been in entertainment, go on, get up, and then like people like sort of forcing you to do it. I don't like that. I took, no, peer pressure, that's it, Dean, I don't
See,
like
that's
that.
my family, because they know I love doing it. If we have a karaoke at family party get-togethers, they make me get up first, and then everybody gets up after that. Once one person's done that, that's exactly it. But I'm usually the one that'll go, come on, Debbie, you'll do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I would, yeah, of course I would. I'm not going to force my arm. I'll get up. I'll definitely do that. But I do love a good old sing-song.
Oh, I'd love to hear you, like, properly belting it.
I pretend I'm Celine Dion when I'm belting them out.
Yeah. One night, that's what we're going to do then. Maybe for our Christmas party this year. We'll go to a karaoke, but there must be karaoke bars around here somewhere.
Surely there is. Surely there is.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely. We're going to see if we can get that one going. Definitely.
Like stars in their eyes, isn't it, eh?
And I know Craig loves a good old sing-song as well, so Craig will be up for that.
Craig doesn't like to sing, does he?
He does
Whenever
like an old
get him
sing-song. I've heard him wobbling away.
Whenever I try to get him to sing, he goes, ooh, he doesn't want to do it. The only song I've ever heard him sing is Halloween is Coming, and that's it. And I'm pretty sure they don't do that on karaoke. He'd probably sing a bit of Celine with you, wouldn't he? Because he loves Celine.
Oh, he loves Celine, yeah. We'd both be up doing that, definitely.
Yeah.
And do you know what, Ben? Leave that. Normally I'd add a little ribbon or some gems, but let that focal part be that lovely sentiment that actually does all the talking for you. So really nice, simple, clean card, not a lot of effort in there. And I don't mean that in a rude way. I mean, it just means that you can create some really lovely cards, very quick, very easy, but look striking and worthy on anybody's mantelpiece there. So, and if you're making to sell, you could make lots of this in this style, lots of different styles of cards as well. Simply use it as a topper. That's exactly what I've started with there. I'm going to show you some of the ways as well that you can use it in a second. Absolutely brilliant. And again, that is such a great point to mention that you can, of course, make to sell. So why not fill your boots, feed your crafty habit, or indeed make a bit of money for, you know, charities, maybe the school, maybe the church, whatever it might be. It's a great thing to be able to do. We'll go through the deal again in just a second. Must say hello to Kathy, who's with us from Washington State. Lindsay is in Pontyberem, Carmarthenshire in West Wales. Have I said that right? Pontyberem? Renee says, hi from Mineral Wells, Texas. Great to see you, Debbie. Glad you had a wonderful time on vacation. And hi, Ben. And our Susie says, yeah, karaoke, a lot of fun, but I too need a few drinks to get going. What would be your karaoke song of choice at home? Let us know. Christine Mahoney says, Paradise by the Dashboard Light. That's Meatloaf, isn't it? I don't know exactly how it goes. I know it's Meatloaf. And American Pie. That's a cracker. The only thing with that one, though, it goes on for about 3 days, doesn't it? So you'd be there a long time. You'd have people there going, oh, come on, get on with it, for goodness sake. It goes on for about 7 minutes. Oh, so Dean will be doing Fast Love by George Michael. What a tune.
Do you like that one, Debbie, do you?
I love anything by George Michael. It was one of my first crushes, George Michael. Absolutely love.
Yeah. First love.
Oh, it's a really good song.
In your eyes. What would yours be, Charlotte? Charlotte? Charlotte, if you had to participate, what would yours be? If you had to do it. If you had to sing a song. She's going to have a think about that. Carletta says, lovely card, Debbie. Beautiful card. Thank you, Debbie, says Lois. Beautiful card, Debbie, says Sarah Ibbotson. And Diane Shannon says, lovely card, Debbie. Susie, we're getting a little concert together now. So Susie, Superstar Susie, is going to be doing, what a tune this is. Pat Benatar, Hit Me With Your Best Shot. What a tune, ooh, Susie. Yes, wow. Yes. That is a great song. Hit me with your best shot. Anyway. Weekday Wonder. Now, Debbie obviously used some beautiful acetate from the Winter Wonderland collection on that last card. Can't offer you that in the Weekday Wonder. What I can offer you, though, is the Festive Gold and Silver and our Festive Red and Green. 12 sheets in each. I could have done with a little... Oh, hang on. Wait there. Oh, does it look good on the waistcoat, does it? Oh, OK. You should have told me that before I got the screen. Look. Oh, there you go. So you're going to get, in the gold and silver, you've got your stars and snowflakes. Oh, it does look good on my waistcoat, that, doesn't it? Does it look better on the... Hang on. Questionable, actually. But you've got that in gold and silver. Where's the silver one? Is that silver? No. Oh, dear. Wish I'd sorted these out. There's silver. No, that's silver. There it is. No, it's the back of the gold. So there's silver. And then, normally I have these organised. You've also got, oh, look at that. Now, that does show up beautifully on my waistcoat. You'll have to get your own waistcoat to make it look this good. But the point is, the beautiful gold of your foliage in there. I think you've got some mistletoe and snowflakes in there. Wasn't that a song by Cliff Richard? I know that was Mistletoe and Wine. And then you've also got the silver on here too. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. So you're going to get 3 sheets of each. That gives you your 12 in total on the Festive Gold and Silver. Then, I saw, by the way, I'm getting on to the other one. Cliff Richard's done another calendar this year. He looks incredible. How old is Cliff Richard now? He must be... 80 something? Yeah, and he's done another calendar. Unbelievable. And then you've got your Craft Room Essentials Festive Red and Green. So you've got 2 designs in here. You've got this sort of, it's like a festive jumper knit to it, isn't it? Like a Nordic sort of feel to it, that. You have got that in the red. You've also got that in the green. And then, I think if you snipped into these as well, they'd make great little belly bands for like cards and projects. Then you've got your festive foliage in the red. So that is like your little pine cones, little branches from the tree. And then you've got it in the gold as well. Not the gold, the green. There we go. What I would say about this as well, we talk about this being acetate, but it's actually 380 micron. So it is, I mean, absolutely stunning construction weight. You've seen our guys create some great boxes with these, and other items as well, little bags for your bottles to pop those into as well. If you want to pick them up, you're getting 24 sheets in total for just £24 if you're platinum, or $32, which represents amazing value for money. And you will get double points on it as well, with it being the Weekday Wonder. But you've only got today to do it, because tomorrow is the weekend. So this finishes midnight tonight. So, Mimo. Miss it, miss out. Yeah. I've just made that up, I think. Right, comments. Linda sent in a picture, guys. Lindsay says, it's nice to see someone come from a holiday. You look fresh and rejuvenated, Debbie. You're glowing.
Thank you. I love that. That's lovely. Thank you very much. I'll take that one. Thank you.
And Anne on Facebook says, Ben, are holiday parks really as bad as they are portrayed on British telly? Of course, most of the shows I've seen are mystery shows. Oh, so there's generally a lot of death and carnage. Probably not a completely accurate depiction. I've worked on a few holiday parks over the years. I've worked on some questionable ones. I've never really seen, how did you put it? I've never seen death and carnage, although I have seen a few older people get very angry at bingo before. Some sort of septuagenarians and octogenarians getting very angry when you missed them shouting, "Housey, housey," on the bingo, and then you didn't get the call and they missed out on, you know, £3.50. But death and carnage, no. There are some really nice holiday parks. I suppose it's the same wherever you go, isn't it? There's some brilliant holiday parks here in the UK. There's also some ones you wouldn't send your worst enemy to. Back to the intricate Christmas sentiment dies. I'll just remind you of all of the designs that you're getting, and then we'll squeeze in, I think, one more demo with these before we move on to the next item, which we are going to be featuring. But these, again, cracking value for money, £18.40 or $24. If you're looking to make your own, maybe you know, you just craft sort of now and again, and you've used one of our card kits previously to make Christmas cards, and this year you're thinking, well, actually, you know, I've got a little die cutting machine, I've got some cardstock, building up a little bit of a crafty, you know, life, and this year I just want to push the boundaries out a little bit and do some die cutting, do some colouring. These are brilliant to go for because, as you've seen, they're so easy to use. You've got 5 different designs in here as well, and you've got the focal point in the detail and the sentiment as well. You know, whether you're colouring these in, whether you're just, you know, cutting these out in black and white and popping them onto a colourful background, it's entirely up to you. They're so simple to use. Even if you just want to use the detail and you don't use the outer die, it's entirely up to you how you do it. I like the bell. I think that's really beautiful. Jingle all the way. And I suppose, if you wanted to as well, you could probably snip out the sentiment of that one and just use that for like a wedding card maybe as well. Just throwing a few ideas out there. Could you snip out the sentiment maybe, potentially? And then you've got your Star of Wonder in there too, which is my favourite. I think it's probably the Star of Wonder or the Jingly Bells. But you get all of those that I've just shown you there with that saving of almost £27, almost $35. Platinum price, £18.40 or $24. Getting lots of laughing emojis through. It's true about the holiday parks, though. You guys in the UK will know what I'm talking about. Let's get on to another demo. Which one are you going to have a look at here, Debbie? Well,
we're going to use the We Wish You a Merry Christmas. I'm going to make a little bit of a box. I'm going to do mine slightly differently to the one that I've done here because this is a gift box. But if you love your light-up boxes where you want to add like a tea light or something underneath, I'm going to show you one that what I call an open box, because not necessarily all the time I have to make a box that it, like, this is a gift box where you can pop an actual item into, so you've got your gift box option there. But I'm going to show you one where you can simply just use it as an open box where you can pop it over the top of a light up element. But I absolutely love these dies. I just think they're so easy to use. Because you've got 2 parts to them as well, it means that you can create things like the apertures. And I've taken some craft cards, something I don't use often enough. I need to start using more because when I do make and use the craft card, I absolutely love this. Yeah. So these panels for the open box are measuring in at 8 1/4, so it's like the full length of the A4, and measures at 8, and I've just scored it at 4 inches and then the 1/4 of an inch. Yeah. You can of course extend these, you can do these into 4 different panels, and if you are doing that, all I would suggest is do your 8 inches by your 4 1/4 and pop your 1/4 line in there, or a 1/2 inch. It depends on the kind of size of the flap that you want. I'm wanting a very thin one at this point. And if you want to make it a proper box, what you would do is you would score just maybe 1/2 inch at the bottom, and then you can add your additional base on as well if you want to. But I'm going to keep mine open, which is why I've just kept it at this line. Now I'm going to just take this part first to create the open part of the box. So if I just bring this in for a second, and I'm going to use some low tack tape that I've already used. So and I'm going to line that up roughly around the centre of. So if you look at this, it's about the centre part. Oh, yeah. You can measure it if you want to measure it to be a bit more precise, but all I'm wanting to do is cut out the aperture part. So I'm going to pop that in. Now, it is a straightforward basic die, so I always tend to tell people to go in with the less pressure. So that means not popping your magnetic shim in at this point. You can always add to it later if you want to. And I'm actually going to just pop it in the side view, which normally you don't have to do this with the new G2. You can actually just pop it in lengthways, which I absolutely love. But either way, it will work. And it depends. I always say, look at your dies, look at the pressure, and if it needs the extra, you can always add to it. But at this point, I don't need that. And I've also got now another basis for another Christmas tree that I could add simply onto there. And then again, just repeat it on the other side as well. So you'll end up with 2 pieces. And I'm just going to pop this to one side because I've already popped some vellum around the back of one, because I'm going to add the sentiment back into there.
Okay.
So I've added some of our vellum, and you can pick vellum up. We do vellum in the plain sheets, which are in a pack of, I think it's a pack of 15. I'll get Dean to double check, but you can get vellum, or you can have it in the collections that we've had as well, so you could use some nice patterned one.
Look nice with some of that acetate on the back as well, wouldn't it?
Yes, yeah, acetate would look lovely as well. That's a good shout out as well. And I'm just going to take my tape pen around the outside of the box, and just to add that vellum onto there. So again, and it's just creating a base for this to sit into. So if I just pop that in, so now you'll see I've got my 2 pieces in there. Now you will duplicate this, because for the box to have 4 sides, this needs to repeat it twice. At that point, I'm going to just leave it and move that to one side, because then you're going to take your cardstock of your choice, whether it be patterned cardstock, coloured cardstock, and I'm just going to run that through and die cut that part out as well. That's the intricate bit to it. So it's going to need the extra shim, because there's a lot of intricacy to that one, and then just run that through. And that's just using the one part of the die. I did show you how you could create that outline, which I've actually used again into this, and again done a little bit of spot of colouring. I'm not going to repeat that because we've already done that, Ben, so there's no point me repeating the same again, but it's just to give you an idea. And then if I just move that one out of the way, take my tape off, and then give it a little, let me just get a little tap actually, and then we can release that. There we go. And they're so intricate, these. I'm just going to bring in that dark sheet of cardstock again, so you can see just how intricate they are. They're so, honestly, they're absolutely beautiful. I've used some of our tri-colours this time, and I used Golden Sunrise, Warm and Fiery, and the Deep Forest collection. And that was just simply to colour in very quickly. It doesn't take a lot of effort.
Those are the ones with the 3 ombres in, aren't they?
They are, yes.
The 3 colours,
and I've just done block colouring. I haven't done any of that, but I've repeated that a couple of times, like so. Because what this is now going to do is sit into there. Now, I could have left it at this stage just into that part, which looks lovely.
It does.
However, add the outline again, because I've cut it through. If you cut it through twice, that's the outline part that'll sit in there, and it'll make it pop again. So it just gives it an extra outline, an extra little bit of detail. You can use it with or without. It's entirely up to you. There's no right or wrong way at this stage. I'm just going to pop on some glue round each of that. Now, I am using tacky glue in one of the fine tip applicator bottles. I could, of course, use dotty tape pen, but I was telling Lily this morning, I am a little bit heavy-handed with tape pens. And you need to be gentle with your tape pens, not heavy-handed. So I could end up splitting this, and that's the last thing I want to do. So I'm just going to go in with my glue. And it does dry transparent as well. Even though it's going into vellum, it'll still dry transparent. So if I put that back into there now, and just set that in, and of course it's tacky glue, so it's going to need just a few seconds to hold down into place, and then it sets. It's not like your, what I call the wiggle glue, the all-purpose. That stays wet for a little bit longer, and you can wiggle that in. But once that grabs hold, it stays put. And then I'm going to pop that back into there. So either way, doesn't matter which way you're doing it, either way looks just as nice.
Yeah, it does.
But for me, the outline pops, and it brings it a little bit more to life. So that's why I've added the outline into there. I've got another one of the outlines here, so I'm just going to repeat that again on the other side.
EB's just said, so glad that you're going over these, because I have them. This is a quick and easy way to make cards, and I'll be using them this weekend.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Share your makes. Share your
That's
makes
it.
and tag us in there so we can have a little look.
Yeah, not long
If you're
till
on the page,
Christmas now, so you need to get started.
Well, yes, that's the thing.
86 days, is it, or something?
Yeah. So do you know what I've been doing makes here?
Yeah.
I've been saving my makes.
You've been saving them?
I've been saving
What,
some.
taking them home?
I've been taking them home.
You little devil, you.
Well, the thing is,
Why
it's a
not,
running
though?
joke in my family. In fact, when I was away in Corfu, it was my daughter who I went with, my eldest daughter. It was her birthday,
Ah.
and she only got one card that my mum gave me.
Oh.
And then she went, Mum, she went, have you got me a card? And I was like, no. She was like, but you make them for a living, Mum. She went, do you? And I said, but I know you don't like cards. And I thought, and I know you want to take them home with you. So I thought, why would I go to all that effort making a card?
Yeah, and you're on holiday as well. You make them for a living.
Exactly.
You know, come
And
on.
that's what I said to her. I went, I'm on holiday. I'm having a bit of time off. She let me off, though,
I
because
thought you were going to say you whipped out your Gemini Mini then for a second and quickly made a card by the poolside.
No. What I did was I took her out to Corfu town and I treated her, because obviously we're in all-inclusive, and I couldn't do that in the all-inclusive and go,
Yeah. Have what you
have a
want.
drink on me.
In fact, have 10 on me.
Exactly,
Yeah.
I couldn't do that to her. So I took her out, we went into the town and took her up, and we had a lovely meal out and drinks out, and it was lovely.
Lovely.
And then I took her on a pirate ship.
Greek food, didn't it? You took her on a pirate ship?
I went on a pirate ship. Yeah.
Did
The
you?
pirate ship
What did you
went
do on the
round
pirate
Corfu
ship?
Bay, yeah, in Corfu town. It was fabulous.
What did you do?
I just sat on and watched all the beautiful views, and it went on about an hour and a quarter.
Did they dress you
Saw
up
some
and put like
millionaire-
a...
Yeah. You could have some. Do you know fancy dress items? They had a fancy dress thing. I couldn't quite get her to get one. She wouldn't put one on. I put the hat on, but she wasn't having any of it. No, she weren't having any of that. No, she weren't having any of that. She said, no, I'm not doing that, Mum. So I thought, well, it's her birthday. I'm not going to force her. In the meantime, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was like one of the old sail ships, right?
Oh, it was fab, honestly. Big. You know, with masts and everything.
Yeah.
And the big pirate, and then the pirate on the front. It was fab. I have to show you pictures.
Did anyone walk the plank?
No. We were right up at front, though. I like to be at front of the boats.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
That's the best place to be, isn't it?
Of course it is.
The best place to be.
Especially if it's a pirate ship as well.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it was really good fun. I really enjoyed it. It was lovely. So, and then I took her back to the hotel and treated to her a birthday meal. All inclusive, of course.
So
All the cocktails
funny.
she wanted. I actually fetched and carried for her, so I think I did my bit very well.
Well, that's all you can do in all-inclusive, isn't it, really? Fetch and carry. My
Fetch and
round.
carry.
My round again.
Yeah, I went, shall I go and treat you to a cocktail, Tan? My round.
Well, having said that, you have to be careful now with the all-inclusives, don't you? Because we're sort of half looking for next year, and Laura was saying a few of the places now say it's all-inclusive, but they limit the amount of things
Do
that you
they?
can have. Yeah.
Well, it was 2 per person. So every time you went to the bar, it was 2 per person you could have. We weren't greedy, we just had 1 each.
Yeah.
So we didn't abuse it.
Now, what I mean is, so they'll say, oh, it's all-inclusive, but you can only have, say, I don't know, 5 drinks a day or something.
Really?
Yeah, because I think
Didn't realise that.
You get people that go out there and sort of take it to the nth degree, you know.
Oh, no. So the Ionian Sun Hotel, which is where I stayed,
You're on commission.
they let you have as much as you wanted, as much food as you wanted, as much drink as you wanted.
That's the Ionian Sun Hotel.
That's it.
I'm Debbie Robinson, and it's the only hotel I ever go to in Corfu.
Little bit of free advertising there. Knock the price off my second holiday. Definitely. Now, I've got my 4 pieces. So what I'm going to do now is just pop those together. I've used a little bit of red liner tape. So on that 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 an inch, whatever you're going to, just line that up and join those together, and then the same applies. So once you've got that nice and flush, just give it a nice little cut. And the reason I didn't go too far is because of the size of this particular die. So just measure that up when you're doing these kind of boxes. And then, let me come in and take that one off. I'm just going to line that up. I'm just going to make sure I've got the bottom and the top lined up properly. So that's the top and the bottom. And there you've got your formation of your box. Now I'm going to add a lid to this one, Ben. So I've taken a lid. I've used some of our Christmas papers, and I'm just going to do a little bit of spotted decorating on there as well, and then just pop that lid together.
Keep the comments coming through. Any questions as well, do feel free to ask. I kind of feel on a masterclass when we don't get thousands of questions come through, it sort of means that we're doing a good job, which is good. Laurie says, I'm loving these dies, was on edge, and now I think I need them. Well, what I would say, I mean, I tell you to buy everything, of course I do, because that's my job. But I tell you to buy these today because, well, you're not paying £50 or $65, are you not? £18, I think it's incredible value for money. $24. And again, it's one of those sets that, I mean, yes, you're only going to use this at Christmas time, but it's not like you'll come to Christmas 2024 and go, oh, those are out of date, those dies now. You know, we're not doing snowmen and Christmas trees in 2024. Of course you will be. These are the Christmas dies that you'll come back to and use every year. So I think they're very useful from that point of view. And for £18, $24, incredible.
Yeah.
Hi, Mary Pat in Montana. Hi, Samantha Cheney. And good morning, everyone, says Rhonda from a cloudy and chilly Oak Park near Chicago.
Cloudy and chilly.
What's that?
A bit cloudy and chilly. It's a bit like over here then.
Yeah, it is.
A bit cloudy and chilly.
Yeah, chilly.
I always assume America's always warm and sunny.
So do I.
Yeah, I never see it as cold and chilly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everywhere in America is always warm and sunny.
Yes. In my head it is.
Yeah. When you finish, Lois is saying, could I have the lid measurements, please?
The measurements, yeah. So this one is a little bit different to the one that I've done, because on the one that I've done is a proper box, like a gift box. So all you would do is add the extra on. But of course, I'll give you those measurements.
Yeah.
And then I'll show you what I'm going to do with this one. Although I do think I've left my tree light. Do you know the little tea lights? Not tree lights, tea lights. I think I've left them at home. I've just realised now I've forgot them.
What you realise?
My tea lights, do you know, little LED lights?
Yeah.
I've left them at home like a silly billy that
Oh,
I am.
no. There was a tea light in this.
I'm so silly.
There was one in here.
But it doesn't matter. You get the idea, you get the gist.
Yeah.
And I'm just adding a little bit of detail onto the bottom. I'm just going to give this a nice little score. Makes it slightly easier if you give it a good score line in terms of when it stood up. So I'm just going to pop that on. There we go.
Gaz has got in touch saying it's lovely and warm here on the Isle of Wight.
Oh, my friend just went to the Isle of Wight. She said it was absolutely beautiful.
Is the Isle of... No, which is the one of the... There's one of the Channel Islands where you can't take your cars, isn't there? Oh, is that... No, is that Guernsey? Jersey? You're
not allowed to take your cars?
I'm sure I haven't dreamt that.
Oh.
Because it's like such a small place. I'm sure.
Oh, I see.
Is it the Isle of Man, is it?
Is that really true?
They're Googling it now. I'm probably talking rubbish.
Well, we need to Google that and find that out because I'm not sure. Now, if I had my tea lights or my LED lights, I could actually put the tea light underneath. So I could pop it just underneath here and then pop that onto the top. So it doesn't have to be a gift box. If you're having it as a centrepiece, you absolutely... And you could... I'm just using it with We Wish You a Merry Christmas because I think that'd look as a lovely centrepiece. I've just added one of my little bows that's got a little star detail just onto the top and drape that. However, if you wanted to make it into the box with a base... So this is an actual gift box. Then all you're going to do with the measurements. So when I started this off, it was a full... I'll give you that measurement again for that. Oh, was it that asked, Ben?
That was...
So you've got two options. Lois, you've got two options with this one, Lois. That one's got a bottomless bottom, and that one's got a solid bottom. There you go. So a bottomless bottom and a solid bottom. And the only difference with this one is adding a little bit of extra detail in terms of your measurements. So for this particular one that I've done, it started life as, and I'll give you the full measure, it was the 8 1/4, so the full length of the A4, chopped down to 8 inches. So this is 8 inches. And that's the full length of your
It's all Greek to me.
I like that one. The full length of the graph card, and then score it at 4 inches, and then at that other end, the 8 inches, but leave that 1/4 inch. The difference that you would do if you were going to make it into a box is you would pop a little, you want a score line at the bottom, and you would probably come in at, I would go probably about half an inch, and then you would just trim it the same way where you take the little corners off to create that, you know, the base to tuck underneath. So you've got to tuck in under flaps. Oh my God. My words fail me, Ben, words fail me. And you're going to pop a bottom on there.
Yeah.
And this bottom measures at 4 by 4 because that's the dimension of this box. So if you're going to do that, cut that out twice. The 4 by 4 so that you can pop that on, because obviously if you've got the extra tabs, those are tucked underneath, and then you can stick your base on. But I've kept this one bottomless just because I would add a tea light underneath, but I have actually made a proper gift box just by adding that extra dimension so that you've got like a couple of options to do with that, where you can just pop that over your LED lights or your tea lights, and then of course as a proper gift box where you can actually put things in. That's just with adding the additional base at the bottom and on the inside, and again, all important, that little bit extra underneath in terms of your extra score line there. So 2 different options, and you can see that side by side, one's slightly taller than the other, and that's because you can make them in 2 different ways. So there you go.
And a really quick question from Annie says, do you need a certain tool to score acetate? She says, I've tried it using the regular scoring tool and it doesn't seem to leave much of an impression. Is it just a case of doing multiple scores? Multiple
scores, and now let me get this right. I always try and remember because it's the smaller the ball. I think the small ball one is that you run into the groove and just do it a few times. Absolutely. You can use these though as well. You don't have to use the tools that are with your boards. You can use these, but it's a case of doing quite a few. You have to be I always tell people don't score heavily when you're using regular cardstock, but when you're using acetate that's got that sort of micron, that weight behind it, it does need a good score. So it's not a case of like if you're dexterity problems, it's just a case of just going over it a few times. But any of your tools will work. But yeah, absolutely. So I hope that answered your question. Yeah.
Jackie's saying, lovely box, Debbie. Christine says, I love that box. Great gift box. And Angela Planey says, stand it on a light pad.
Oh, ho, ho. What a great idea. I've missed that launch. Is there still some left?
I think there are. There certainly were as of about a week or so ago.
Ooh.
That's a great idea.
That is a good idea. Yeah, I like that idea.
Keep the comments coming through. As I say, we are here to answer all of your questions when it comes to Masterclass. We'll have a look at these boards one last time, the intricate Christmas sentiments, 5-piece collection, 10 dies in total, of course, is what you're going to be getting here. Great deal on these as well. £18.40 or $24 is the platinum price you're going to be paying here. Usually £50 or $65, which again is just incredible. The saving that you're going to be making here, $26.95. $34.83 is the saving. We can have a look at them. The 10 dies that you're going to be getting. You're going to be getting your warm Christmas wishes. So, of course, here you're getting the 2 dies within each of the sets. You get the decorative detail, and then, of course, you've got the sentiment included in each and every one of these. So you've got the outer die, and then you've got that inner die as well. So, cut them all together. I always think, like, popping behind here, maybe some mirror cards, some of your glitter card. If you're just cutting it out in white, as you've seen with Debbie as well, you can take your pens to these, colour them in. Think of all the different colours that you've got as far as your tri-blends are concerned. I mean, these will look absolutely brilliant. If you just want to use the inner detail, you can. Indeed, if you just want the shape of the snowman, you can use that individually, but obviously, working them together, they look fantastic. Then you are going to be getting this one, which is your From Our Home to Yours, which is that beautiful Christmas wreath. And again, plenty of opportunities here to colour. And again, plenty of opportunities, actually, if you just wanted that beautiful wreath. I reckon with a bit of fussy cutting and snipping, you could easily snip away the sentiment and just have that as a beautiful wreath and pop your own sentiment in there, stamp a sentiment in the centre of it if you wanted to do it that way. Just snip away. Snip away, snip away, ba-dum. Then you've got your We Wish You a Merry Christmas, which is the tree. And again, with that, outer die gives you that Christmas tree shape. This is the one that you saw Debbie using just a few moments ago to create that glorious box. So you can use that outer die to create the aperture, and then bits and pieces back in, as you've seen. Use that sentiment on its own if you want to as well. It looks absolutely beautiful. Then you've got Jingle All the Way. Yeah, come on. I was just looking for the Turbo Man doll. Arnie's favourite. I think he's a platinum customer. He's coming to the UK at the end of this month, at the end of October. Look to go and book a seat to go and see his evening with. I shan't be going. It's a bit pricey if you want to go and see Arnie. So you've got the Jingle All the Way, and then you've also got in this set your beautiful Star of Wonder. £18.40 if you're platinum, $24 if you're shopping in the US and you're a platinum member. Absolutely brilliant that look. If you're looking for a really, really fantastic kit to be crafting with this Christmas, then that is brilliant. The intricate Christmas sentiments die 5-piece collection with 10 dies in total. Well, a very warm welcome to Masterclass. My name's Ben Moseby. You're watching Crafters TV. It's Friday. Yes, yes, yes. That was a bit Baywatchy, that D, wasn't it? Boo, 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 boo. That wasn't Baywatch, that was Close Encounters. Anyway, welcome to the show. We have got another great hour lined up for you, and we're going to be looking at all things Christmas scene edibles in this hour. If you have just joined us, we've got Superstar Susie on the socials. We'd love you to get in touch. We would love you to fire some questions our way. We would love you to let us know if you've already got the collection we're going to be looking at and tell us why you love it. And also, we would love it if you would send in some pictures of your makes as well, so we can share those with everybody else, whether you're watching on Facebook or indeed on YouTube. Get interactive with us and send your pictures there. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Let us say hello to the lady who's going to be joining me over the course of the next hour, the wonderful, the beautiful, I was going to say, Divine is brilliant, dear. I like that. We said Divine and newly tanned, I want to say. I don't know, well, you are newly tanned, mesmerising, the Barnsley bombshell, Debbie Robinson.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. I love these introductions. They're so nice. Thank you very much, Ben. I will take that. Thank you. Because literally, I do feel nice and refreshed.
When did you actually get back from your holiday?
I came back in very early hours of Tuesday morning.
Right.
Very early hours of the morning. And literally, as I was coming in, my son was going out to work. That's how early it was. So it was very early.
Where did you fly from?
Flight from Manchester.
Oh, so not too bad for you.
Yeah, and I drove my own car there and left it there. So it was nice to get back in the car and drive home and crawl into bed because it was very tiring. We've been up for a long time. But yeah, it was lovely. Lovely to get back.
Well, it's lovely to have you back with us. And lots and lots of people loving that you're back, loving the tan. Loads of lovely comments coming through as well. Thank you also to Stephanie, who says, I'm so happy to see the demos. Thank you, Debbie and Crafters Companion. And Kelly says, ooh, Ben, which is the best deal of the day? Now, we have got, well, we've got a deal coming up in just a second, which you're going to love, on the Christmas Creator Scene Edibles, which is a phenomenal deal. This is going to be right up there in my top 3 of the day. Boom. But what I would also say to you is, head to the show page for Craft Vault. I have to think then for a second. There are some unbelievable deals coming your way on Craft Vault this evening. Like, I mean, just redonkulous, writing them down, thinking, am I writing down the right thing here, sort of deals. So do check those out. This hour, we're going to be looking at the Christmas Creator Scene Edibles 3-piece selection, 10 dies in total. These are a lot of fun, actually, because what these allow you to do, as the name suggests, is create a fantastic scene, because you've got the 3 different dies in total here. So you can kind of like layer your scene up. I love it when you see these inside the cards as well, because you've got like the depth and dimension. This one, of course, is that cosy sort of Christmas living room, if you like. It's actually called a Christmas morning scene, where you've got the die to be able to cut the little girl out who's putting the stocking on the tree. There's the little boy opening his presents, and there's the little fireplace as well. So you cut all of those out individually, and then you've got the ability to create that effect of those all sort of popping up. And the characters here, of course, cut into the cardstock, thus giving you the scenes each and every time that you do it. Step-by-step guide included, of course, but you're going to pick up loads of hints and tips off Debbie as well over the course of this show. So that's the Christmas morning scene. You've then got your snowy day scene. Again, so you've got those 3 separate dies there to build up the scene of the children building the little snowman on that snowy vista with the trees and the little cosy cottage in the background. And then lastly, kind of, you know, taking care of all sorts of different styles of Christmas. You've got your Bethlehem scene there as well, where you've got your 3 kings heading to Bethlehem, and then you can see obviously the skyline in the background there with the buildings and the trees. And nice and easy once again to pop these together. So you're getting 10 dies in total. Should be £51 or $60. Look at the blooming price today. £12 or $13.60. Incredible value for money. Shall we have a look at these in action? First of all, though, always nice to have a look at these on a project, Debbie.
Yes, absolutely, because these are, so they were designed with a specific concept in mind to create a real nice wow factor in terms of edgeable, where they popped out, but they're inedible, so they can be used in multiple ways, and that's what I want you to remember when you're getting these, let alone that price. So, for example, I'll show you the concept of how Leanne and the team had these in mind, but because of how she split those dies up, means for you as a creative person, someone who likes to get the craft on, you can create lots of different things. So, nice little bit of a scene here on the front of the card, which looks absolutely beautiful, but it's when you open it up on that inside and you get that real impactful wow factor, that lovely 3D dimension, and you can see those little cubes there, where that's what the concept was in mind, where you've got all of those building up those lovely scenes. And they're quite in proportion as well in terms of how you would see something in the foreground, how you would see something in the background. And it really does create really lovely dimension. But, so with that in mind, I'm just going to show you using the same die set, but in a completely different way, because this is a lovely stepper card. So if I just open up my stepper, you can see now you've got 3 different designs on there used in a different way, but in terms of a stepper card. And with that same die set, I wanted to show you as well this particular one, because this is another clever little concept, a different style of card, where you pull that out and you could create that lovely tri-fold card. Because with it being an edgeable, you can put those any dimension, any way you want. Now, of course, the lovely design of these is that you can create that. I do love these. I just think they're so fab. When you open up that centre part and you've got that lovely scene, I think they look absolutely fabulous. But again, you can use these in lots of ways. This is just different coloured cardstock layered up to create that lovely scene, and I just think it's so easy to create. And then you could get it equally as dramatic. It's the same die set, but just in burgundy and a bit of gold, and that looks really, really incredible.
That's very
classy. So lots and lots of different ways that you can use them. For me, the price is absolutely sensational. It's a fabulous way. I'm just going to get myself ready and set up though, because I'm going to show you a couple of different ways that you can use these as well.
Marvellous. Yeah, I mean, that is actually a ridiculous price, really, isn't it? £50.97. So they're normally about £16 each, aren't they? So you're getting them all for £12, £13.60. So you're paying for all 3 less than you'd normally pay for the price of one. Bonkers. We are going to have a look at a photo, I think, now. Is that what we're doing? Yes, we are. There we go. Linda.
That, oh my God, that's incredible. That's like a lantern, isn't it? A light up
Look
lantern.
At the bats.
Look at that.
Oh, I've just seen what's on top of it.
What's that?
The spiders all around the top.
Is there?
With red eyes.
You're kidding.
You know, look.
I'm glad I'm further back, because that would have scared me. That is really good, Linda. Thank you for sharing that with us.
That is brilliant. I love.
That's incredible.
That spider's web, is that acetate that we had? I think
I was just thinking it looked like the acetate. Yeah, it looks like the acetate.
Linda.
It does.
That is what you call super creepy. Thank you so much for sending that through to us. Lillian says, I've sent in a pic of the first card I made today as well. We'll show as many pictures as we can over the course of this next hour or so. Just to quickly remind you of everything you're getting in the Christmas Creator Scene Edibles set. £12, £13.60. You've got the 3 different scenes there. So you've got your nativity scene with the 3 kings. You've then also got this one, which is your snowy Christmas scene. It's actually called a snowy day scene. And then last but by no means least, I think this is my favourite. It's cute, it's cosy. Takes me back to when I was that little. All those years ago, a Christmas morning scene. All of those you're getting for £12 or $13.60. Right, so let us go to Debbie, who is going
I love these days.
to do a demo.
I do. I absolutely love these. I love any ageables within our collection, and these certainly tick all the boxes. I'm going to keep it nice and simple though, to show you just how effective. And I'm not going to do the concept how Leanne, she'll probably tell me off, Debbie, naughty, but I want to show you how versatile they are as a dye and what we can be doing with them. So I've just taken, now I do know that today we've got some special cardstock on offer, and that's the Centura Pearl. I think you can get the fresh white and the ivory. I love fresh white, I just think it's absolutely beautiful, and I love the fact that it's double-sided, so that's what I've done. And I've created 3 different panels in different sizes, because I want to create a little bit of a dimension. So that particular one is cut down to 4.5 inches. That one's at 4 inches and that one's at 3.5. So I've just gone down a little bit. Same width. Same width. Wait a minute. Same width.
Yeah, width.
Just a different depth.
Yeah.
That's the word I'm looking for. And then I'm going to create my scene. So I'm going to pop onto the very top. I love this one. I just think this is, they're all gorgeous. They're all fabulous. Sorry, I'll have to put that down there so you can see it. And then I'm just going to hold it down with some low tack tape. Now, it is Centura Pearl, so all I will tell you is, and a little bit of advice, is when you're sticking it down, pop it onto the outside that's cutting away so it doesn't leave any marks or anything like that. And it's just a little top tip that you can use, because obviously that bit's going to cut away. And then I'm going to build up these scenes. So in the middle ground, shall we call it, we've got the next scene.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that dimension. You know that when I talk about the faraway pieces, they're all in proportion with each other. So the snowman wouldn't be bigger than the house because it would look silly.
That'd be a terrifying snowman, that, wouldn't it?
It would. But of course, when you're creating a little bit of dimension, the trees in the background would, of course, be smaller. And as you're coming forwards, this is what I love about them. They've been well thought out, well designed, and look lovely when they're lined up.
Yeah.
So again, I'm just going to hold them down with a couple of pieces of low tack tape on the outside as well as the edge to hold that into place. And then lastly, of course, in the foreground, the bigger part will be, of course, the children with the snowman.
Oh, yeah.
So that's how you would always remember when you're layering these up and lining these up, is to create that that illusion of the foreground, the middle, and then the foreground. Foreground?
Foreground, middle, and the background.
Thank you. That's
The foreground.
foreground.
I love that. That's my new favourite thing. The foreground.
Oh dear. You
Imagine
see?
if there was a fairground in the foreground.
I've had a break and I still come back and say daft things. So,
I've missed you.
oh, bless you. I've missed you all too, I really have.
You.
I will admit, though, I haven't watched any of the shows. I'm not going to lie.
You mean you didn't have me on your tablet,
I haven't
poolside?
missed you all. Well, the internet's not very good.
Oh, blame it on the internet.
And
eh?
they do charge you as well, so...
Do they?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think
charge you
my
for your
network
Wi-Fi?
was okay.
Oh.
Well, you see, being on the beach, the Wi-Fi isn't as good.
Right.
So, you know, so technically I couldn't really put you on. And to be fair, I just wanted a little bit of, you know, that proper R&R.
Yeah, I know.
The proper relaxation.
Need to switch off.
Yeah, just a complete switch off, which is what I did.
Didn't check your emails or anything?
You what, my lovely?
Didn't check your emails, did you, or anything like that, I hope?
I did one day.
Yes.
I did one day. I'll have to tell him now because we're sniggering away, aren't we? But I went onto my calendar to check. And I was like, oh my God, they've moved the times. They've moved the times of the show and they've not told me. I must have missed an email because I forgot to turn my emails bit off. You know, you can do the out of office. And I forgot to turn them off. And silly old me were thinking, they've changed the times of the shows to the wake-up call being 1 till 3. And then the middle show being 5 till 7, and then the last show 9 till 11. I'm like, what?
9 till 11?
What on earth are we doing? I'm like, I'm thinking, goodness me. So when I came back, we had a little bit of what we call an expert meeting.
Yeah.
And I said, guys, I know I've been away, but have I missed an email about you changing the times of the shows? And everybody just laughed at me. She went, oh, Debbie, you dafty. I were on call full time on the Google thing. So it moved everything by 2 hours along. Silly old me.
So funny. What you like?
I had exactly what I'm like. Me thinking, they've changed it all.
11
They've
p.m.
not
finish?
told me. I can't believe we're having a really late finish. I'm not going to get home till like 1 o'clock in the morning. Oh dear. Now, you can at this point, I will just tell you that there is some really lovely embossed details to this. But because I did use the magnetic shim at that point, you can see the tops of the trees have got like embossed details. And you can, of course, use your rubber mat to create a little bit more. But because it's all in there, I thought, you know what, I'm not going to bother. Because I can see really clearly that lovely embossed detail. But if you want it to create a little bit more of a wow factor, then absolutely use your rubber shim, take your magnetic shim out and finish that off using the rubber embossing technique. But simply just line those up and you've got a really lovely scene. Now to make that pop, I've just taken I've gone with a stepper card. I have actually used this time, and you can do this because we do it in A3 as well as A4. This was from an A3 sheet, and it actually measures up to 16 inches by 7, and I've scored it at 5, 10, 12, 14 and 15 to create this stepper style.
Okay.
So that's what you would do with an A3. You could cheat a little bit at this point because you could split this into 2. So if you was going to do that, you could measure this at 7 by 10, still score it at 5. But then this piece, you would add it to be, if you're using your A4, I would probably take that to about 6.5 by the 7 again, score it at 2, 4 and 5, and then you've got your little extra 1/2 inch at that side to add so that you can stick it underneath. So you can create it with A4 or A3, and it's a really simple one to do. I tend to cheat a little bit and pop it into the A3 style card because we do it in A3 as well as A4. But again, a very simple card to make, and that's going to create my little backdrops for each of these that I am just simply going to add on. So let's pop these into place. Let's bring it in. Now then. Where's my tape on? There we go. I'm going to just pop these and line these up. So I'm going to stick them over the front. You can take that down if you want to, because I am going to add a little strip of what I call my mats and layers just into place over the top. Okay, so I'm just going to add those on, and I'm just going to use my tape pen at this point.
Morning to Lois, who's joined us. Kathy Green says, good morning, Debbie and Ben, the crafty man. No, I'm craft man. I'm craft man, remember. The superhero. Craig's the crafty man. I'm craft man. I was superhero yesterday. I came in on my day off to save, save the day.
Oh, you've got a new name, have you now?
Well, I've given it to myself.
Oh, right. I thought you meant they'd given it to you.
Well, some people are calling me that, but well, some people are calling me other stuff. But yeah, I'm like craft man because yesterday when Jam went off field, they needed someone to do the last show, and they shone the light in the sky. You know, like Batman gets the light when he's needed to come to the scene of the crime. They shone the Crafters TV logo in the sky, and I saw it, and I ran and answered the call. So that's why I picked up that new nickname, which I've given to myself, Craft Man.
I love it, Mr. Superhero himself.
That's it. Just need a cape now.
That's it, you just need a cape.
Yeah.
Hey, Craig could be able to make you one, you know, with his new fancy machine where he could put your craft man on as a logo.
He's doing all sorts, isn't he?
Oh, he is. He's in love with that machine, he is. He's absolutely loving it, he is.
He made me a couple of little bits, bless him.
Did he?
Off his, I told him to stop because I felt a bit bad because he made me like a hoodie. You know the scary guy from Halloween? Michael he did me like a Halloween-inspired
Did he?
hoodie, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But he's doing loads of bits and pieces, isn't he, with that machine?
Absolutely.
Said he should get a little bit of a side hustle going.
Yeah, absolutely, he needs to too. I keep telling him I've got ideas, but I want him to make me as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I've got a list. Pay him, of course.
Oh yeah.
Of course I'll pay him.
What are you getting done?
Because there's little things I want for kids.
Oh.
So I'm thinking, you know, it'd be perfect. And I love his mugs that he makes as well. He makes some really good mugs.
Has he done you one yet?
Has he? No.
Oh, has he not done? Oh.
No.
I got one.
No, you got one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Johnny got one as well.
Yeah.
I noticed a few people got them and I didn't get one.
Did you get one, Charlotte?
Oh, Charlotte, did you get one too? Feeling unloved.
Aww.
Feeling unloved that you haven't made me a mug.
Craig, if you're watching.
Not that I'm dropping any hints or anything, Craig.
Whoever gets him for the Secret Santa this year will know that it's him, because guaranteed it will be something that he's used his new machine on.
Oh, bless him. I don't blame him, though, to be fair. I really don't. Now, I'm just going to add this one. Now, I've already popped the backdrop here, and I've used some of our, do you know our watercolour Christmas pad that we had? We brought the 12 by 12s back in. This is from the watercolour Christmas card. And I just wanted to give it a little bit of a backdrop. So even though there's trees in the background there, and I'm going to lift it slightly by adding some foam to give it that little bit of extra depth. So I'm just going to pop some of our foam on either side. And I'm not going to go right up to the top. I'm just going to go just below where those are. And then take off that tape, and it just adds a little bit of extra dimension and creates almost like a natural shadow onto there as well. So, and I'm just going to take it right down to that bottom part again. And then just add that in there. Yeah. This is when you can start adding things like your glitters. Do you know where you add a little bit of glitter, a bit of faux snow? Do you know
puffy
that lovely
snow?
Puffy snow? Yeah, could be adding
snow.
that as well.
Yeah.
And then on that section, I'm just going to add my next little bit of, and it just gives it that little bit of a lift in between each of those steps. So I'm going to come in using my tape pen again. And I'm just going to take that to a little bit, about 1/4 inch up. And then lastly, one going across that front as well. And then I'm going to finish that off with a little sentiment that I've got from my little crafty stash. And I'm just going to drop that on. And then place that again, about 1/4 inch up, just to make that all match. Each one of those steppers, though, I would just reinforce that score line. And that's just to give it that little bit of extra. Now, for me, steppers are fabulous, but they can be notorious for almost like splitting the legs. Do you know where they split and they do the splits? Do you know what I mean by that? When you pop them on and they don't stand up right.
Oh, like the Bambi legs?
Yeah, but if you do your score lines, they absolutely will stand up. So it's just adding that extra little bit of a burnish. And you can see, even on notorious glass slippy counter, it's not slipping anywhere, it's not splitting its legs anywhere. So it's that little finishing detail that we forget to mention sometimes, because we're so busy crafting, but we forget to tell you to do that. But yes, just if you remember to put those reinforced score lines into place, your stepper card will stand up. And I'm just going to finish this off now by taking off the tape of this one. And I'm just going to pop on my little Let It Snow sentiments just into that top corner.
Nice.
Let it snow, let it snow.
Let it snow.
Let it snow. And there you go. A nice little edgeable scene. Let me just put that up right. So let me just, there you go. Oh, sorry, Charlotte, I've put it a little bit further down for you. And keep it really nice and classy. There's not, there's no colour added into there. If you want to add colour, add the colour. Do what I did in the previous, with the sentiments. Colour them in if you want to do that. But for me, sometimes that white on white looks, I say white and white, there's that little hint of green in the background, but can really create something quite, I think, spectacular and quite stunning, and looks incredible when you just do it. And using that Centura Pearl, that lovely fresh white, for me, just gives it that lovely finishing touch. Beautiful.
I love it. Jean F says, very clever card and so cute.
you.
And Vanessa Fuentes says, I'm loving this card, Debbie. Yeah, do you know what? It's such a wonderful collection to allow you to make cards just like that. And as you said, how great is this today? That we're giving you that £35, $42 saving, giving you your Club Inspired discount, and then you're getting all of the inspiration from the masterclass as well. So you can now go away and go, oh yeah, I know how to use these. Because there'd be nothing worse, would there, if you pick these up in like a store, for example, and you got a moment like, oh, I'm not really sure what to do, or like you got no inspiration. With us, we never send you away scratching your head. We send you away with loads of ideas and inspiration to craft the very best with these. So 3 you're going to get within the set. Should be $50.97 or $59.85. £12 or $13.60 is stupid, really. You're paying less for all 3 of these than you would normally pay for one. This is the scene that Debbie was just showing you a few moments ago, which is the snow day scene. I used to love a snow day at school back in the day. Got a real urge this year to build a snowman. I feel like we moved up north where apparently it always snows, and then we've not really had enough snow to build a snowman in the 2 and a bit years that I've been here. I'll jinx it, mind. In what respect? Oh, that's all right. I don't mind if there is a metre. Yeah, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Won't flood my garden. My garden's been fixed now. Did I tell you that? My garden's been fixed. No,
yes.
I
just before I think the last time we worked, it was the day that it actually got fixed.
It's exciting. Yeah. Exciting. I'll finally be able to have a big party around mine.
Yay! Karaoke party. There you go.
Because I've got the speakers and microphone and stuff in the garage, so we can just like fire up YouTube, couldn't we?
Invite the neighbours, it'll be okay, they'll not get cross.
So we'll have to invite the neighbours, won't we? Otherwise they'll think Celine Dion's come round my house over there. I'm well up for that, though. I am well up for that. Karaoke party, yes. Get Laura getting out, because Laura likes to do the old uni pizza. She can do the pizzas. I'll be the host, you know, and then you can be the... No, I'm not doing it now, Charlotte. I mean next year. No, we're not doing it now. No, not now. Next year, spring, summertime. Never going to happen. Well, you're not going to be invited with an attitude like that, are you? You're then also going to get the nativity scene, which is called a Bethlehem scene, and then also on top of that, you are going to get this one. This is my favourite of the collection, but they're all equally beautiful. The Christmas morning scene. All of those you're going to get. Love the card, Debbie says, Samantha Cheney. Think I'll use this format with the Bethlehem scene. Well, again, isn't it great to kind of show them being used in different ways? And I think Debbie's always particularly good at doing that, because she's, you know, you're one of these, aren't you, that you kind of look at something and you say, if it's a one-trick pony, you don't want it. You want card, you know, dies that do lots of different things.
Yes, absolutely.
Very cute card, Debbie says Christine. And love the card, Debbie says Sue Benson. So much love coming through for that one. You'll get your chance to vote for your favourite project in just a little while. I can't believe we are halfway through already. The second hour, which is incredible. Time is flying over. Are you right over there? Ding! What was that? Oh, it was the... We are gonna... Speech! We are gonna...
I'm so sorry, I was cleaning my dye and I didn't realise that we were going to do a chime of a bell.
Don't do that with your dye.
I do apologise. Sorry for interrupting you there, heckling you, Ben. I do apologise.
We have got a short break for you here, opportunity for you to check out your baskets. And whilst you do that, watch this little video, which, I mean, you know the answer to this really, don't you? But what makes Crafters TV so special? Ding!
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the products.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other, where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. and it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
Feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
Massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously. The people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get your hands on the latest crafty must-haves. Leave the hard work to us while you shop from the comfort of your own living room. Head to the Crafters Companion website to see our full crafty range, or hit the Shop the Day button to see all the new and exciting products featuring on Crafters TV. Once you've filled your cart, leave it to us to get your crafty goodies to you in super quick time, so you can get on with being creative. Crafters Companion, making crafty shopping a breeze.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people. We know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. I love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for checking out your carts. Busy show, this masterclass. Do you know what? As much as there haven't been tons of questions, I feel like you guys are shopping the deals, which is even better. Kirsty D says, oh, lots of chat about my... I haven't fixed the date or anything yet. It's only just an idea. But Kirsty D says, when you say neighbours, Ben, how close do they have to be your neighbour? I'm not too far away. I mean, well, you know, everyone's welcome. Open house. Mi casa, su casa. Whatever you like. And Anne says, how do you fix a garden? They basically dug it up, Anne, and there was no drainage. Like the people who put it in the first place, there was no drainage, and my patio sloped the wrong way. So when it rained, the water drained towards the house, not towards the drain. I mean, I'm sure I had like the Chuckle Brothers come and do it the first time. But so they dug it all up. They put a load of drainage in. Oh, and we had a not that you guys really want to know. We're here to talk about craft, but we had a drain put in right at the front of the garden, like what they call an eco drain. They didn't connect it to anything, did they? So it had nowhere to drain away to. So they dug up the garden. I had this big load of drainage put in under the turf. They relayed the turf. Then they connected the drain up, which wasn't connected. And then they relayed the patio, so it sloped towards the drain. So all the water now drains where it should. So I'm so happy. I'm so happy. 2 years it's taken me. 2 years of complaining. But anyway, let's get off that subject and let's have a look. Oh, this is brilliant. Let's have a look at your photos. Lillian Kwok's been crafty baking.
I love that die. I love that one. That's so fab. I love that, Lillian.
Where's that one from?
Oh, that's a really old die from... Oh, now then. Do you know, I want to say it's one of the Year of Crafts, but I might be wrong.
Oh, is it?
It's got me thinking that, Lillian. Love that die, though. It's absolutely beautiful. Love what you've done with that.
Oh. What
was that? What was that?
All materials and pens were Crafter's Companion, die and stamp from other places.
Really? I thought we'd done that one. I thought because we did have a cake die.
I feel like we've done something similar.
Yeah, definitely.
Patty, this is rather gorgeous.
Twist and pop.
It is, isn't it? It's the Twist and Pop Bethlehem scene.
Yeah. That's that lovely Bethlehem star one, isn't it? I love that one.
Aren't our Twist and Pop dies amazing? The fact that we can twist and pop something as detailed as that out the centre of a card.
And that looks incredible, Patty. I love that one.
Yes, Patty. And this is from you as well, Patty. This is the vintage snowman, isn't it?
Oh, that's
Look at those
nice.
papers.
I like that as well. It's one of those little decorative, like see-through cards with the acetate, I believe. Looking at that, yeah, it looks similar.
Love the craft card use as well. I'm a big sucker for craft card at
Always
Christmas time.
perfect for a Christmas card,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Gives you that more sort of vintage feel to it.
Yeah.
Patty, brilliant. A patty on the back for you. Let us get back into another little demo with these Christmas Creator Scene Editables 3-piece set. I'll just quickly show you them again so you can see the designs that you're going to be getting, and then I think it's important, particularly with a set like this, just to kind of see the demos so that you can get an idea of how you can use them. Check the price out on the screen. That's why these have been flying out the door. $50.97 or $59.85. It's kind of a try me price for the set of 3 here. So you've got the ability to be able to build that scene up with your nativity. Then you've got the cute little scene that Debbie demoed just a few moments ago. That's the snow day scene. And then lastly is the Christmas morning scene as well, which is super cute. Sorry, Lillian, I've just seen your message which says, oh, they didn't show the second pic which had the joke.
Oh.
Dean's doing his very best, I hear, in my ear to try and show that in a minute. Let's move on. Let's move on swiftly to the next demonstration. Which of the scenes are you going to be using?
A Christmas morning.
Oh,
so
nice.
It's a Christmas morning scene, because I love this one. And again, do you know, the lovely thing about these is you can actually colour them in if you want to. If you want to go to that added extra detail, and I'll show you a few more samples after I finish this one, you absolutely can do. You can colour them with your colouring pencils, your colouring alcohol markers, whatever medium you want to use to colour them in. They'll look lovely and they'll bring to life. But I'm going to keep it, again, quite subtle, quite, I think, timeless and a little bit chic as well, just by simply using some textured linen cardstock and one of our markers, because you can use markers to go around the outside just to add a little bit of extra dimension to it as well. So I'm using some textured linen cardstock with this, and I've got my 3 scenes. Again, these dies are quite big dies. If you take a look at the die, the actual measurement is 7.1 by 3.1, dependent on the size. So obviously that's bigger than this one, bigger than that one, because again, it's in proportion. The further away is the smallest one, then you've got the next layer, and obviously the one in that, I'm going to say the middle or foreground. You can have either way, those two. They'll look lovely, but they're in proportion with each other. Now the textured linen cardstock, if I remember rightly, is just linen card, and I'm trying to remember. Oh, do you know the linen and the pearlescent? The 12 by 12. Brought them out with the embroidery anglaise dies. Is that what they called them?
The naturals.
That's the ones.
Yes. Where it's like ivory and cream.
Yes, that's the ones.
We had that on the other day.
Did we?
I'm sure it's in. Well, it will still be in stock. I'm sure of it. You
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Now I'm going to use my large Gemini, and I'm going to do exactly the same with these, because I've cut 3 pieces down, but I'm going to put them all on one go. Now I've cut this a little bit, I say frugal, I'm going to use it that way around because I want something to be able to add underneath. So I'm just going to pop that on too and take it to the very top of that design. And again, I'm going to put my tape, my low-tack tape, on the, especially when it's linen cardstock, it will rip. It will, no matter with your low-tack tape. And once it's been run through the pressure of the machine, when you lift it and even when you peel it towards you, there's a texture there, so you could damage your cardstock. So always remember to pop it on the outside, the bit that's being cut away. And the bit that's being cut away on an edgeable is this outside area. So just remember that when you're using these, and you'll not go far wrong, I can promise you. And then I'm going to bring in, I'm going to make this a little bit deeper in design. And I'm going to make sure I've got my comfy chair on that side and the fireplace that side. And then lastly, my little boy, let's turn him that way and I can measure him up. There we go.
How does it work at Christmas with the grandkids for you? Do you get to like spend, do you get to see them open their presents on Christmas or?
So Christmas Day morning, I let the grandkids be with the mum and dad.
Yeah.
And they open up on Christmas morning, and then I join them at the afternoon. I met the dinner.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I cook dinner.
Aww.
Yeah, it's too much. Well, I said too much for my daughter. I think it's nice for her to have a day off. She makes the Yorkshire pudding mix because she's incredible at making Yorkshire puddings. However, there is only one person in our family that makes the best Yorkshire puddings, and that's my dad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, his Yorkshire puddings, Ben, they're to die for.
You're now going to open up that whole debate again, though, whether or not you should be eating Yorkshire puddings at Christmas dinner.
What?
Yeah.
What debate?
Huh?
What debate is that?
Well, whether or not a Yorkshire pudding is relevant on a Christmas dinner plate.
Of course it blinking well is.
Well, it would be if you're from Yorkshire.
What kind of question is that, Ben?
Well, lots of people say you shouldn't have Yorkshire puddings, that they don't belong on the Christmas dinner plate. Yeah?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Oh, it's traditional.
Is it?
Is there really a thing where people don't have them?
I'd never really heard of it until I came up here.
So you're telling me
Yorkshire
people up
puddings
here,
at Christmas dinner.
the folk up north east don't have Yorkshire puddings with their dinner?
No, you guys up here do have it.
I live a bit further down.
Well, not that further down.
I am a Yorkshire girl. Yeah, you've got to have them. Now the debate is: do you have them first as a starter, or do you have them on your dinner?
Prawn cocktail first.
Well, that's my traditional.
Yeah.
That's my traditional.
In like
Christmas
a little,
dinner.
like a long-stemmed glass.
Yeah.
With a little slice of lemon on the side.
Yeah, and then the bread, little bit of bread cut up as well into little fingers.
Yes. Little buttered bread fingers.
That's the way forward.
That is the way forward.
Absolutely, Ben. I couldn't agree more with you. Yeah, but Yorkshire puddings on. Oh my God, yes.
I mean, I'm up for it, but I know people who would go, Yorkshire pudding doesn't belong on the Christmas dinner plate.
Oh,
I just think at Christmas time,
you're kidding
more
me.
the merrier. Yes, only Sunday roast you have a Yorkshire pudding. You don't have it.
What?
Yeah, a lot of people say you don't have it on a Christmas dinner plate, but I'm like, the more the merrier. The more you can pile on there, the better. What's your favourite part of the Christmas dinner is the question they're asking in the gallery. Let us know in the comments.
Well, I never have turkey.
No.
I'm not a turkey girl.
We normally get chicken.
Chicken, nice big chicken. But I have chicken and beef. Although I do have vegetarians in the family, so I have to provide for vegetarians as well.
We get a lovely ham as well at Christmas. I love a ham. Nice, like cooked ham, like honey glazed ham.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Seriously. Delicious, Ben.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just going to use a metallic. This is the only metallic marker I could find, but the one I've used from home was my metallic marker from the Precious Metals. Do you know the ones with the lovely brush nib?
Oh, yeah.
But I'm just going to show you because I can't find one and I don't want to bother Jake because he's very busy. But we're just going to highlight around the edge. So I'm not going to go into massive detail in terms of colouring. I'm just going to give it a little bit of an edging. Oh, we haven't got have we got them on tonight, Dean?
Which ones have you got there?
The metallic metal. So do you know the Precious Metals?
Yeah.
The metallic markers that have got the dual tipped.
Yeah.
The dual. Have you got them in front of you? God, that's the ones.
Yeah.
No wonder I couldn't find any. I was looking, thinking, where are they? Because there's normally a set for me to use.
Do you want them on?
And it's the Precious Metals that I used.
Yeah, I got the Precious Metals. Do you want them?
Yes, please. Oh, thank you, Ben. Thank you. You're very kind.
That'd be £20, please.
Thank you very much. I love these, and I do tend to do this quite a little bit on the edging, just round the edge. So let's go in with. Ooh, I think I'm going to use this one, which is the the lovely gold plate one. And I would use the brush, because there's two-ended to these. There's like the brush,
Yeah.
and then there's the fine.
Fine nib, yeah.
But because you want to do a little bit of extra, you know, and lay down quite a bit, just use the brush and go around the edging. Now, it's a little bit time-consuming, but oh my God, it looks stunning when it's done.
Worthwhile.
Oh, it is absolutely worthwhile. I've popped it onto some black cardstock because obviously if I do this without anything underneath, it will go on to your graph. Oh my days.
Go into your what?
Your glass mat.
Glass mat.
I don't know what were coming out there, but it wasn't it wasn't the glass mat that was coming out.
Loads of Yorkshire pudding chat. Laura Gray says, I love Yorkshire pudding. Angela says, I have a game changer for you, Yorkshire pudding wraps. So bake them in a Swiss roll tin with the leftovers instead of sandwiches.
Oh my God, delicious. Yes.
Debbie, I'm with you, says Tracy. Being a Yorkshire lass myself, I have to say it's not Christmas dinner without a Yorkshire pudding like. Prime rib and horseradish sauce is what Jane Adams has. Homemade cranberry sauce with a little brandy added, and homemade rolls, says Evelyn Kiefer. And our Susie says, we are a little strange, we always have lasagna for Christmas dinner.
What?
I wouldn't mind that, Christmas lasagna.
No.
It's like a Christmas Eve thing, maybe, lasagna, I think. Christmas
No.
Eve lasagna? No.
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 Can you have lasagna with Yorkshire pudding?
Oh my days.
Also, Yorkshire pudding with sugar and jam as a dessert, says Angela. Not necessarily for Christmas, though. It's just like a pancake, isn't it? Just like a pancake, really.
It is a pancake, yeah. It's just watered down. You water them down, don't you? I mean,
Sue says Christmas dinner is German beef rouladen at our house. Took a family vote last year. We will have a rouladen at Thanksgiving too. German potato soup a la Carl Ratches in Milwaukee. I don't know what that means, but it sounds amazing. What's a rouladen?
a what?
A rouladen.
A
Beef
rouladen?
rouladen.
What is a rouladen?
Let us know, Sue. Let us know.
What is a rouladen? Now, when you've done each one of those, can you just see how it's just given them a little bit of a lift, just by highlighting that little bit of colour? It really gives it a little, you know, again, it's quite subtle, but it's in keeping with, and if I just bring this in for a second, that was quite good, bit in keeping. Subtle's my maiden name, do you know that?
I did know that.
Yes, yes.
But not spelt how you spell subtle.
No, not how you spell subtle.
Because
no.
that's with a B, isn't it?
It's S-U-T-T-L-E.
But subtle is S-U-B-T-L-E, isn't it?
It is indeed, yes.
Subtle.
Subtle.
You're S-U-T-T-L-E?
S-U-T-T-L-E.
Always makes me laugh, that.
I really should still be Debbie Subtle because I'm no longer married to Mr. Robinson. But I've kept my name all these years because for kids, so we've got the same surname.
Ah.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So really, I am still a Subtle at heart, but a Robinson officially.
Yeah, you're definitely a Robinson.
Of course, yeah.
You're my Mrs. Robinson.
Now, I've just popped into the background there one of, again, do you know the lovely papers that we have? This is from A Winter's Tale, this one.
Yes.
So you can use, and for my base card itself, you'll notice it's the double-sided, and this time in the ivory, because they make great card bases, but also equally just as beautiful on the outside as the inside. So that's why I love using the double-sided ones, and a great deal that we've got those on as well. I've used one of our stitched, remember the stitched rectangle frames?
Oh, yeah,
So this is the largest one of them, and I just wanted to use it as a little bit of a frame to pop on the front and then create my scene behind the back. So for me, I'm just going to literally line these up. Now, I'm going to, I know Lily this morning, she said to me, oh, have you ever thought of putting them onto the back? And I'm like, oh, no. I would have just placed them onto there and then put the frame over the top, and she went, oh, add it to your frame, it makes it a bit easier.
Yeah.
Which I do like that idea, but I'm just going to place these into, because I'm just going to create a scene. I'm going to keep, in fact, you know what, I am going to lift it. I'm going to lift it with some tape, with some foam pads. You could use foam pads at this stage, you could use 3D Collal glue. Bit of chunky glue, just to give it a little bit of a lift. But I'm going to come in and use, because obviously with a wet glue, it takes a little bit of time to dry. So I'm just going to place these in and line those up. And again, let's just come in and take those off. How are we doing for time?
About About 12 minutes. And we've got to do a vote as well, don't forget.
Oh, right, OK, I'll try and be quick. I'll try and be quick at this stage.
All right.
So I'm just going to bring this in. I'm going to probably come down a little bit further than I normally would. Let me just make sure when I've got my frame on before I actually stick that down. That's fine. So that's going to be where I'm going to start, and then I'm going to build these up. Again, though, to add a little bit of dimension, I'm just going to pop a little bit of foam, and I'll use the circular one.
Whilst you're sticking, Laura says we have lasagna for Christmas Eve.
Oh, so it is a tradition.
Yeah.
Oh.
We've got a rib roast for Christmas, family here too, says Anne.
A what, a roast?
Rib roast.
Rib roast, that sounds divine.
Anne says, I came from London and we always had and still do have Yorkshire pudding with our Christmas dinner. However, Ord29 says, I've just logged in and Yorkshire puddings only go with roast beef. And Christmas dinner is always turkey and all the trimmings.
Well, I mean...
yeah.
Not sure on that one, but we'll let her have it. We'll let her have it. Yeah, we'll let her have that one.
And Sue says a thin beef steak stuffed with minced carrots, dill pickles, garlic, onions, mustard, red wine, browned in bacon drippings with rich caramelised gravy.
God, my belly is a rumbling.
Oh.
That sounds absolutely divine.
Have you got food to eat in between the next show?
No.
Oh, neither have I.
I've been out to go and get any. Have you not got any either?
No, I don't think they've got a thin beef steak stuffed with minced carrots, dill pickles, garlic, onions and mustard and red wine in the vending machine. If they did, it wouldn't look very good when it fell out of the drawer, would it?
Absolutely. Now, I'm just going to pop my frame on. Now, because I've got that lifted, I obviously need to make sure that this is lifted as well. So I'm just going to use some foam pads and I'm just going to have to double them up. So if you want to be reading some more comments while I'm just doing this, Ben, because I'm going to triple layer me foam pads at this point.
OK. Well, Christine Thomas says beef rouladen is wonderful. We have it every other Christmas day. I don't know what this means. Swapping with brachiole.
What, say that again?
I don't know what beef rouladen is, and I don't know what brachiole is. So you might have to... Do you know what that is? Brachiole.
No, never heard of that.
Rouladen.
Sounds nice.
Does sound nice.
Yeah.
I still take Yorkshire pudding any day with any meal, says Susie. And what rouladen is what? Beef wrapped in what? Beef wrapped in pastry. Oh, like a roulade.
That sounds nice.
Wrapped in pastry and what? Walnuts? Someone will tell us. Anna Marie Almeida says, I'm Italian, so it is the Feast of the 7 Fishes you have at Christmas.
Now, I love fish.
Me too.
I absolutely love fish, so that would be right up my street, that one.
Do you know what I love as well? I mean, spend a fortune at Christmas, like a side of salmon as well.
Oh,
come on.
Yeah, salmon.
Salmon and the What are the 7 fishes you have, Anna Marie? The Feast of the 7 Fishes.
Can we come?
Yes, and can we come to all of your houses, please? Because roll on Christmas is all I can say.
Oh, yes.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, definitely.
Won't be long.
It won't, actually. That's the scary thing. It will not be that long at all.
It's about 80-odd days. Producer Johnny counts the days down when
he doesn't.
Oh, he does.
Oh, my days.
It's 86 or 87 days, I think it is.
Oh. That's not long at all, is it?
No, it isn't. It's October on Sunday.
I know. It's my birthday, so...
Not on Sunday.
No, not on Sunday,
Yours is the 8th, isn't it?
The 8th, yes.
Yeah, see?
Look at you.
Hey.
My little TV hubby remembering his little TV wifey's birthday. Love it. Now, there you go. And again, a very simple Christmas card, creating that little bit of depth and dimension by adding some foam pads, but just adding that little delicate finishing touch with one of our metallic markers, and you can use any of those colours, and it just gives it that little bit of a lift, but looks really quite effective. And again, if you wanted to colour in, you know, so you didn't see your foam pads as much, just use your colour to colour that in. There you go.
That is incredible, and I would not like to be the person or the people who have to vote on their favourite projects, because we're going to line those up now, and then I'll take you through the deal again, perhaps, and then we'll have a look at those metallics as well. Love this card, says Eve B. And Christine Mahoney says, thank you for all of your inspiration, Debbie. I have loved all of your demos. But the question is, which one have you loved the most? It is time to get voting on your demo of the show, and here are the choices as shown by the Barnsley Bombshell.
Oh, I had a bit of an Australian card moment then because it went upside down. Number one, we'll start back off with that very, very simple, beautiful, what you after? The pens. Yeah. There you go, this one there. Just put that there.
Just put that in there.
Yeah, hang on a minute. There you go. Smooth, smooth. Nobody noticed the thing, Ben. Nobody noticed the thing. Oh, you're very airy, aren't you? Very, very airy. Have you got an airy chest?
No.
Oh, have you not?
Hairy arms and hairy legs.
But nothing else?
No.
That's so weird. Charlotte, airy back.
I haven't.
Airy legs?
Like I said, I've got airy legs and airy arms,
but nowhere else.
Yeah. I mean, we're not here to talk about that, are we?
Charlotte,
you think this is weird. You started it. You did. Then you asked me if I had a hairy back. Gee whiz. No, you asked me if I had a hairy back.
His armpit, Charlotte, you did.
Oh my goodness me! Seriously.
Right.
Let's
Shall
get
we
back
go?
on it. Getting embarrassed here.
Right, going back to the beginning. Number one, do you like this one? Number two, did you like the little light up box? Number three was the stepper card. Or number four is the one that we've just done there. So that's number four. Number three.
Yikes.
Number two. Or number one, you decide.
Get voting, a few comments and I'll recap for you. Love the card, so cool, says Laurie. A very festive card, thank you, Debbie. Oh, the 7 fishes, shrimp, calamari, salted cod, lobster, squid. The shrimp is a fish, Charlotte. It's the same thing. It's a crustacean, she says. It's a fish, it lives in the sea. Anne-Marie can't remember the other bits and pieces. Alison says, we have a huge family Christmas dinner. On Christmas Eve, we make a prime roast rib with roasted potatoes, Yorkshire pudding and mashed potatoes. I love mash.
Oh, a bit of mash.
There's also a turkey with all the trimmings, as well as assorted foods for the vegans and the picky eaters, then a pile of sweets to end the meal. We feed 20 to 24 people. Make room for 2 more?
2 more, yes, 2 more.
Oh, sorry, 4 more. I love the simplicity of that card, Debbie, says Clarice. Such a lovely card, Debbie, says Sarah. And Chrissy Mahoney says, TMI, 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 TMI. It wasn't me this time, was it?
Too much information, Dean, too much information.
Right, quickly, the Christmas creator scene edgeables. We've got a little bit longer here because we started late, so we are just Susie. I know you're counting, probably like stressing out. We've got about 4 minutes left on the show. Right, so the designs that you're going to get, the Christmas morning, which Debbie's just created with, I think that's going to be a strong contender for the demo of. Debbie's got a speech to make again. Do it again. It is like a triangle.
Oh, God, I'm really sorry, Ben. I'm not really meaning to heckle you. I do apologise.
Christmas scene. A snow day scene. And the nativity scene. £12 or $13.60 if you're platinum. In essence, you are getting all 3 of these for less than the price of what you would pay for one. And, did you want to look at these as well? The metallic pens, if you want to pick these up, these are incredible. Dual-ended, as we've talked about, you've got one sort of like fine nib, one more of a brush nib the other end. The precious metals was the selection which Debbie was using her pen from just a few moments ago. That's an incredible price as well. So precious metals, all of these colours here. So you have got your gold plate, gold nugget, burnished copper. You have got your antique bronze, pewter and silver ingot. Then you're going to get your rare minerals. That is your pink, quartz, red, garnet, green, citrus, citrine, jade green, blue topaz, amethyst. And then you're also going to get your antique elements, which is your antique pearl, vintage satin, tarnished silver, rose gold, aged copper and ancient bronze. £19.18 or $27.12 if you're a platinum member. Time's up. The bell has tolled, says Sue Benson. The bell has tolled. Oh, she hasn't got it now. The demo of the show. It's not one.
It's not one. Okay, that can go away.
It's not three.
It's not three. That can go away.
It's very close between 2 and 4. And the winner, 4.
Yay!
Pleased about
Simplistic wins. It's the simple ones that sometimes are most striking. And I'm really chuffed you loved that one because it is beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely blooming marvellous. Thank you, Debbie. Shall we come back in less than an hour's time and do another show?
Yes, let's.
Shall we open up the doors to the craft? Oh, we want to show another picture before we go. Lillian. What the?
I love that, Lillian.
That is brilliant.
That is fab. I love that. I love that image.
Zombie scientist. That's what it is. It's a zombie scientist.
It is indeed, yes. Yeah.
No, it's not supposed to be me, Dean. How very
I mean,
dare
wouldn't
you?
it be lovely if we could encapsulate you into a stamp? I'd love that.
Wouldn't that be great?
That would be great.
Who would love that? I am already a GIF. Thank you.
Are you already a GIF? I am a GIF.
You're a GIF.
I'm a GIF, yes.
We're all GIFs.
We're all GIFs.
Anyone who's anyone's a GIF. Yeah. But yeah, stamp, maybe one day. We'll be back in less than an hour's time. So we're going to go and get some beef roulade and argue about Yorkshire puddings. And we'll be back for Craft Bolt. It's going to be an amazing show in just under an hour's time. Until then, bye for now.